Hello everybody, it is Christine. It is time for Scraplift Crafternoon. So let me show you the original. It is by Miss Carrie's Creations. Let's see, is that gonna work? It looks like it's a 49 in market, maybe the rust one or something. And she's got 3 photos. They've been trimmed down a little bit because they're a little bit narrow across like a little band here. There's some, strips behind there. She's got big, nice circle elements here. There's like embellishment clusters kind of making its way around. And the title's down here. This is really pretty. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh man, I wish I had that collection. What I've pulled out though is I'm cleaning up my trays over here. I did do a little video the other day just kind of showing you the trays and talking about the trays. I'm trying to figure out how I want to wrap that video up. So let me keep thinking on that, but I'll show you guys the trays eventually. But what I have in one of my little trays over there was this collection, which is Echo Park's Forward with Faith. And so what I pulled out is some photos from 2003, because I actually had another sub that you made a comment the other day about loving seeing pictures of my daughter when she was small. So she was, technically she would have only been 4, almost 5 here. So this is kind of cute. These are us at a play. We did a play with our church at the time. So I thought, well, these could be fun. I really almost wish, well, this is okay. We have the black and the yellow and stuff like that. So I'm going to use this collection. I have a sticker sheet. I got into my stash over there and pulled out some enamel dots because I see some enamel dots on her layout. And then these are my papers. There's a lot of little cut aparts here. So I may actually cut some of these things out for some of those embellishments, because I don't have a lot other than the stickers. There's some hearts and stuff, which is nice. There's actually quite a few little cut apart things here, so that's nice. But I think what I'm going to do, now she used like a white cardstock. I think I'm going to use this grid, or ledger rather, just because it's in the set. And then I really enjoy this floral. And I can cut that down and bring that inside there. And then I'll trim these down up here. I did have a piece of scrap cardstock in here in this kind of turquoisey color, so I thought, that could be pretty. And then of course there's little scraps to make the strips. So let me do this base piece here. Oh, and the other thing I did, she had some stamping underneath the photos. I have pulled out, I'm going to try, not reverse stamping, but I think I'm going to try to because the color that I want to use is this color here in my distressed crayons called Salvage Patina. I think that's going to be right. I think that'll work. That's kind of what I want to use. And so I'm thinking I'm going to make it here, and then I'll dip this in it and then kind of flap that around there. And then for the title, I cut this out of a Mente Papers Chippies, and I thought this could be really pretty down here. I may color it. I don't know. I'm kind of scared to do that. We'll see. Maybe I'll do the little dip it in the color too. That could be pretty. We'll see. So let me get my base ready to go, and I'll be back on in a second. Okay, so off camera, I have already cut my photos down to 4.5 by 2.5. Sorry, I had to double check my measurements there, and mounted them on that little turquoise cardstock. Now this little mixed media process here, well, y'all, it does not go as planned. It just doesn't. I don't know if it's because, I really don't know. I was trying to get that crayon to transfer. It just wasn't going to transfer right. I tried it. It just didn't take. And I'm like, well, shoot, that's not going to work. And so I thought, well, I'll color a little more and I'll use the packaging technique. And so you'll see me try that in just a second. I even tried getting more water on it and stuff. I actually love these crayons, but I think that, I don't really have I don't have a knack of it yet. I mean, I've tried messing with these with like splatters and stuff, which I tend to have a little better result. But this one here, I'm like, okay, that's not coming out right. So I thought, okay, I'll just do the tap packaging technique. But something about it made it kind of muddy. I don't know if it's because it's turquoise on pink or what. Although I will say when I splattered it, I can see little turquoise dots. So I don't know, y'all. I couldn't get it to do right. So it just looked like I spilt dirt. So I'm deciding to go ahead and switch over to a more pink-based ink. So I get out this Festive Berries, and I thought, well, I'll just use that stencil and do like a reverse. I will tell you, it gets a little bit bright. I was like, oh my goodness, that looks like something got run over by a bus there. So I'm going to do that. I'll actually end up covering up most of it with the photo block, which is okay. That's kind of how she had it anyway. So it's not like a big deal, but it just didn't go the way I anticipated, you guys. Yeah, just didn't go the way I wanted. So I'm going to use this little heart template. She had a little extra stuff underneath on the lower left. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I cover this up 100%. Not intentionally, but I put the little hearts there, and then I'm looking at the layout now, and I cannot see it at all. But then I went ahead and decided also, it looked to me like she might have inked the edges. I can't swear on it, but to me it looked like maybe, and plus I just thought it would look pretty if I did. So I decided to go ahead and just real softly ink the edges here. I gave it a little shadow in the corners. I just thought it added nice little texture and all that kind of stuff. So that is going to be the gist of my mixed media adventure with this layout. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that's the best result I ever came up with, but it's okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is make my little paper strips here. And so I have one that's like already cut. Well, I guess I'm going to mess with this for just a second looking at it. I have one little piece that's already cut. It's like little churches. And I'm going to pull another one out. That one's going to go behind, and that's just going to, I'm going to have to trim that in just a second, but I'm just kind of figuring out which pieces I want to use first. And then I have this other piece. I think it's the back of the little tone-on-tone crosses. Yes, it's this one here. And I'm going to make a little row of butterflies. I'm going to cut the bottom of this off here. I don't need that. And then I'm going to cut a row of butterflies, and that's going to be one of my pieces. And so I'm going to slip that back there. And then I thought to myself, well, I got this sheet it's already cut into, so I'm going to flip it over and use the tone-on-tone crosses and make a little bit wider strip here. And so that's going to go behind the photo, and I'm going to trim this up just a little bit. Make them, kind of per her sketch. She had like different lengths and stuff behind the photos. Now you could, if you're short on paper, you could actually cut shorter pieces and lay them on, where it looks like it's one piece, but it's not. But in this case, because I have, I'm actually I want to use the word kill this kit, but I use quite a bit of the stickers. I end up putting this in my category, faith category I have over there. So I took it out of my paper trays, which is what I think of as my active kits, and I've moved it to my faith category because it's been a while since I touched it. So I thought, okay, let's put that over there. But I do get in this sticker sheet here, and I do pretty good. So at this point, I realized I've glued the paper and all that kind of stuff to the pink piece there, but I hadn't glued the pink piece to my photo mat. I didn't gut it. It's a really lovely piece of paper, the floral, but I didn't. I'm like, I need to use this stuff up. So now I'm going to start building the little sticker clusters. I think this turns out really cute. Oh, I did notice too, she had a piece of, she was probably using paper at the bottom, but I had this little border sticker. So I've laid that across the bottom. She might have even stitched on it, to be honest. I'm not sure. But I put that across the bottom. And then she also had, I don't know what it was exactly, some kind of maybe a piece of paper, I think, up underneath the photo. It almost looked like little drawer pulls or something on her paper or her layout, but I decided to use this little border sticker. I think it offers a little nice contrast with the black and the white, and so I'm going to put that underneath there. I'm actually going to end up using some more of it, but not for just a second. I love this floral. That's going to go there. I'm kind of changing out, obviously, the gears that she had with like florals and stuff and like little, other things. I wasn't using gears, so I laid that one piece down that says, "Let the light of Jesus shine." I scooched that over because I put a little too far to the right because I want to use this little watering can. And this is cute. I do have a little dead space between like the watering can spout and the little beige of that little wordy bit. So I'm going to take a little heart and lay that over the top of the hole there. I'm just kind of bringing that black up into that area because there's not really that much of it. And you'll see in a minute, I have the black floral on the lower left and some other stuff. So I'm going to bring that up. I laid that little cross there, but I'm going to actually add something in just a minute. I'm going to start building that lower right cluster now. And again, she had like a big old like clock and stuff like that, I think. But I'm just going to build it with the circular elements that are on the sticker sheet here. I'm just trying to keep sticking with this sticker sheet because I'd really like to use a lot of it up. So I have this little piece here. I do put a couple of florals underneath there. If I'm honest, I really kind of wanted the tail of that flower to go underneath that pink border strip, but I couldn't lift it. And I didn't really want to mess with pulling it all the way up because I was afraid I would tear it. So I just stuck it underneath the little wordy bit. And I'm going to bring those books over there because I think she had books over there. I'm not going to swear. I think it was books. But I thought, oh, that's cute. I like that a lot. And then I put a little floral over there too. I put this, I love the Bible on the right hand side. And then I thought, you know what, this little bicycle's cute. And because I have a grid, it looks almost like it's sitting on the grid, so it doesn't look like it's floating too badly. I mean, I kind of use a little bit. Normally you wouldn't do something like that. You might put it on something on the bottom or a shelf or something of paper. But I think it looks okay because of the little grid. I'm going to put this little, I don't know, I guess that's another little watering pot with the, or it's a teapot, I guess, really, with flowers coming out of it. And then that little round part that says where God guides, he provides. And again, this is those round elements that she had with the gears and stuff. I'm just recreating that with my stickers. Family, I put that up there. That's bringing that black up there again as well. And then this is where I think I decide on the black and white strip also. I'm going to add that to the top, and then I add a little bird. I'll do that in a second. The title, though, I decided to go ahead and glue that down with the Nuvo glue. I haven't talked too much about these photos. I think I've done a layout before, but my husband and my daughter and I did the church play one year, the 2003, which I almost wrote the wrong date too when I did the journaling on this. And we had a ton of family members come. We invited a lot of people. We had to practice for weeks on end. It was a really, really fun experience, though. And my daughter is just too cute. You know, we had these little costumes they let us borrow, and my husband was a Roman soldier. I think the last time I did a layout, it was talking about how he had actual lines. Y'all, he had a whole scene, whereas, you know, we were just kind of extras. But I mean, we enjoyed it. It was a really, really good experience. We got to know some people. And then again, all of our family members came. You know, you invite your family. They had to buy tickets, I think, because there was food served. But we had, like, my husband's parents were there. My parents were there. His grandmother was there. We had, like, cousins come. It was a really fun time. We had a great night. It is a joyful memory for me. So this just happens to be a couple of the pictures of my husband's father with us. And I thought, well, this is kind of a nice little grouping. So I put these enamel dots down, and I kind of, this upper right corner up here, I get a little bit, I'm going to say frustrated. That's too strong of a word, but I only had 2 yellows, and I really wished I had 3. No, I had 3 yellows. That's a lie. Oh, I only had 2 sizes. That's what it was. I really wanted some small sizes, but that was the end. So this is my layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you check out the playlist. There's going to be lots of people playing along. I'm interested to see. I suspect a lot of them, I feel like Tara's probably going to do something kind of rustic. I'm interested in what everybody does with the more rustic, you know, look and feel of the original. I went, like, on the bright side, so it's interesting to see what people do. So thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you say hello. I always comment back. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's how, you know, YouTube knows to show you my videos. So we will see you next time. Bye.